Alright, so we're going to start our drawings now. Make sure you have your reference picture near you, so that way when you start blocking in your major shapes, head and hair and neck, you can look at your picture to see where everything goes. First, block in your eyes, nose, and mouth where they belong. Make sure they're not all smooshed up in the middle of your paper, and make sure they're not spread apart so you're missing your forehead. Then, once you're sure everything's in the right place, go in and start adding some details. Eyebrows, eyelashes, eyes, pupils, nose, lips, everything in between. Make sure you get all those details in it. Make sure you start to erase any mistakes you have. We are going to cover it up with markers, but you want to erase and fix your problems now because it'll be a lot harder once you move on to the marker stage. You can use your fingers to measure how big everything is compared to your picture if you'd like to, and block in any last things you see. I'm coloring mine in comic book style, so I've added in some comic book phrases, wham and pow, into the background. Now I'm using markers to add my color in, but you can decide what you'd like. I started off with skin color, but now to make it abstract and comic book-like, I'm giving myself dark blue hair instead of my normal brown hair to stick to a color scheme that's more like comic book art. As you color in, make sure you're getting rid of all that white space. I'm sticking to the red, yellow, blue pop art comic book color palette of primary colors, mostly. I'm going in and adding a little bit of areas of light, and I'm adding in those Ben-Day dots, the dots all around, to help add in some shading to my portrait. Now, when you go in and add in your background details, make sure you do the same thing. Fill it all up, make sure you don't have any boring white space left, and you'll be all set to have a great looking pop art portrait. Now it's time to add your black outline. I'm using a black Crayola marker, but honestly I prefer to use black Sharpie to do this. If you have a variety of thick and thin markers, feel free to use the thick markers to do your major outlines and the skinny markers in order to add the tiny detail lines inside of the face. Make sure you trace over any pencil marks that you can still see underneath because it really gives it that nice comic book pop, and you'll have a finished, wonderful work of art.